We're talking to those of you that have a mate, a wife, a husband, a parent that has just heard the bad news. How does God help you when you have such news? And these folks have all been there. That's why I'm calling them the experts in pain, because they know these feelings, and I want to talk to them about it. And I want us to talk through the eyes of the caregivers. We've heard from those that are the ones that are suffering, but now the people that take care of the ones that are suffering, our next 3 programs is about them. And Cindy Easley, I'm so glad that you're here, and I want you to take me back to the moment that it dawned on you from what the doctor was saying of what Michael was facing. How did you tell us what he was facing, and then how you programmed that in your head?
Well, probably his last, most serious surgery was the scariest for me personally, because he did have a multi-level fusion in his neck. And of course, with any surgery, there are the possibilities of death because of complications. When the doctor first talked about those, I tend to not worry until I have to. So I kind of thought, you know what, I'll face that if it happens. But then when he was in surgery, the nurse had told me prior to surgery that she would come out within 15 to 30 minutes just to touch base, to tell me how things were going. And so he was wheeled away. I went into the waiting room. I knew that the surgery was supposed to begin at about 9 in the morning. So 9:15 passed, and 9:30 passed, and 9:45 passed, and 10 o'clock passed. And there was a phone there that the surgical suite would call in on occasionally to check with families. And I would hear patients' families' names called, and they'd go to the phone. And then there was also a TV screen that would give updates. You know, so-and-so's in recovery, so-and-so's surgery is going well. Michael's name never came up. I began to panic because I thought, oh Lord, in your mercy, you have said, Michael, come home, good and faithful servant. Because I knew the amount of pain he lived in, he would be just as happy to have gone home to heaven from that surgical table as to come back to me. And I had great fear. I began pacing. I finally asked someone to call the surgical suite. They did not answer. So, you know, I thought, he's crashing and they're just trying to keep him alive. And then I just had to throw myself on God's mercy and say, I don't know what you have for me, but whatever you have for me, I am willing to take. What choice do I have but to trust you?